Have you ever wondered how these viral AI generated videos are made and for how much? Making AI generated videos can be expensive. Subscriptions with OpenAI can be $200 a month. But did you know you can create these videos for free? Even create a full-length video trailer like I did for my own video game. I'm going to show you step by step on how. And as a bonus, I'm going to show you how you can supercharge these tools by using other AI tools and industry expertise to make them work even better. Hey, I'm Andy. I'm a senior video game producer and a tech enthusiast. And on this channel, we help people be more creative with AI and automation. So this is Hailuo. It's a image and text to prompt video generator, and it can create all this video footage for us. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff they're showcasing on their front page, like this cool sci-fi thing. This is definitely a scene out of a fantasy game. Here's a Ghost of Tsushima scene pretty much, right? This is almost straight out of the game, almost. But you can see what it can do. And that's what's really great about these tools now. These video generators are not going to replace actual filmmaking anytime soon, but they're really good at creating these really quick bites of visual footage. And that does seem to work well for trailers. At least that's what I kind of thought when I saw this stuff. And what's cool about Hailuo is that it's free to use. So when you sign up, you get 1,000 free credits. And each time you ask Hailuo to generate a video for you, it uses 30 credits. So not too bad. So you can make about 32 video clips with your 1,000 free credits. And let's go ahead and ask Hailuo to generate this prompt. First person view of the player walking through a narrow path in a bamboo forest. A gentle breeze sways through the bamboo and small birds can be seen flitting between the stalks. The scene is serene, evoking a sense of quiet exploration and reflection. Cool. So again, here it shows you 30 credits to generate. So let's hit generate. And there's some sort of optimization to the prompt that's happening. So we'll just let that go. And there it goes. Here's the video it created. So yeah, walking through the bamboo forest, gentle breeze sways the bamboo. Yeah, it's there. I see it. So actually, just a quick little note. Here's the first time I tried it. That same prompt, with the exception of the player's hands occasionally brush against the smooth green stalks as sunlight filters through the dense canopy. And you can see here what it kind of created with these hands. And of course, if you've been paying attention to AI, still in 2025, AI is just horrible with hands. I might show you some of these other things. Like here's another clip, right? Like what is happening here with the hands? And, you know, it'll get there, I think, but otherwise the footage is pretty good. So yeah, no, it's still good to know that there's limitations to this stuff, but it does get us like 80-90% there. So I thought about how I can actually use Hailuo really effectively and also combine what Derek Liu is calling out in his GDC talk here. So what I did was actually use ChatGPT to help me out here. And this is what we're going to do with ChatGPT, and I'll show you what I did step by step. First of all, if you click here in Hailuo, you get taken to this Notion page, and it gives you a tutorial, and it provides all this documentation on how to prompt Hailuo. So what I did was I copy pasted all of this. In fact, here, let's go ahead and do that now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to copy paste this. We're going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to start a new prompt. I'm going to ask it, we're going to try something new here. The following are instructions for Hailuo, a Gen AI video creation tool. The following is how the prompting works. And then I'm going to provide all that. I pasted all that documentation there. And then there's this one great example of this one prompt that they gave. Pretty cool. So I'm going to actually go ahead and copy this prompt that they use as an example and then provide that to ChatGPT and say, Here is an example of a prompt that works well with Hailuo. Okay. Hit enter. All right, so ChatGPT now understands Hailuo. All right, so I entered this prompt. Take a pause here and really take a look at what I wrote down here. So this prompt summarizes the process at a very high level of what Derek Liu teaches for how to make a good game trailer. And so what I did was I took that outline and I filled in all the answers with what my game is going to be like. So here's the prompt. Let's start building the outline for the trailer. And I said, here's the information I have on the game. Who is the player? And I provided some information on. You play as someone who just moved into a new locale in Kyoto. You're escaping your old life, which was too hectic. You move to a peaceful area. You want to achieve your new goals and find hideouts to do some more focused work in. What fantasy is this fulfilling? Finding a chill place to focus and unwind. What is the mood and tone? I said chill, relaxing, relieving, serene, calming. The emotional experience is something of relief. You can find a way to not feel overwhelmed by the world anymore. What steps are in the game loop? You start a focus session with your list of goals for this focus session. You then walk or take a quick travel method like bus or subway to a town area. You're free to explore, to look for hideouts. In a hideout, you can set a timer, set your music and ambience and mood, and just chill out or focus on your work. When the session is over, you win points and achievements based on your focus. Now that's the game. Here is a very strong outline for how to make the trailer sequence. So this first half was all about here's what the game is about, and what Derek Liu calls out is important for what the audience who's watching your trailer understands by the end of the trailer. And then here's an actual outline. So I called out to ChatGPT, hooky opening shot. It should answer, what is the game genre? Right? What opening shot would signal that? It should be about 5 seconds. Then, introduction of premise mechanics. It should answer, how is this game unique within the genre? This should be 40 seconds. Escalation and complications that arise. It should answer, why is that interesting or noteworthy? Climactic moments, variety scope. It should answer, how does the game challenge me? And does this game have enough depth or longevity? It should be about 10 seconds. And maybe a fun ending, that should be 5 seconds. Okay. And then I asked it, okay, what do you think the shot list should be? And now it's given me a shot list, right? And as you can see, the hooky opening shot, signal the game genre and set the mood immediately. Serene overhead view of Kyoto at dusk, showing cherry blossoms gently falling in slow motion. Really cool. Camera pans down to reveal a lone character walking down a quiet, picturesque street lit with warm lanterns. Music starts with calming lo-fi beats mixed with subtle ambient street sounds. Cool. Camera movement, overhead shot transitioning to a soft pan down to follow the character's movement. An aesthetic atmosphere, tranquil, warm tones with emphasis and serenity. Now, ChatGPT is explaining to me the shot in the way Hailuo will actually understand it as well. So if we come back here, I probably should have mentioned, when you look in the basic prompt formula here, the basic formula is main subject plus scene plus motion, right? And then if you actually go to the precise prompt formula, it actually specifies even further motion, camera movement, aesthetic. And ChatGPT has now incorporated this prompting method and explaining how these shots look like, which is really cool. So now that I have my shot list and I review it and I approve of it, let's move on to the next part, which is actually creating the prompts for Hailuo. So now I'm going to tell ChatGPT to go ahead and create the prompts. I'm being careful here. I am telling ChatGPT to create separate prompts for each change in scenery. And that way it will just create separate prompts for me. And it should make about 15-ish prompts for a 90-second clip. As you can see, it's generating here. So for that hooky opening shot, the camera starts with a serene overhead look. View of the quiet Kyoto street at dusk. Cherry blossoms gently fall in slow motion. Let's see. A lone figure walks calmly, their silhouette framed by the soft glow of lanterns. Here's the motion part. The camera pans down to follow the figure. And here's the aesthetic part. The tone is peaceful with warm muted colors and creating a serene atmosphere. This is perfectly optimized for Hailuo now. And now I'm going to do this quick review And one thing I've noticed is that our game's supposed to be in first person. So if you're not happy with these prompts, you can always tell ChatGPT to make some updates. So here I'm going to say, these prompts are looking good. I always like confirming and giving this extra context, but the game is in first person. Can we please update the prompt to be exactly the same, except for making sure Hailuo understands to create first person perspective shots for this footage. Okay. And here's the updated prompt list. So everything else should be the same. It's just that it's now calling out first person perspective, showing the player walking slowly down a quiet Kyoto street. All right. So for the most part, it looks like ChatGPT thinks Hailuo just call it out first person perspective. But it's nice that it's going to do this for the shot list because I just want to copy and paste the prompt. So we'll give this another moment. All right. So all our prompts are ready now. Now all I want to do is copy paste these prompts. So here's the first one of the hooky opening shot. Let's go back to Hailuo. Paste the prompt in, pay our 30 credits, and it's running. All right, here's the footage. It's pretty cool. It looks nice. I like it. It's a little dark for the opening scene, I think. But I think it's neat to use. And maybe I would probably have adjusted it to be walking forward, but still good. All right, so instead of copying and pasting 15 times, I'm going to just show you all the clips I made for this game beforehand. And if you toggle here, the simple view, you can see everything you've generated for this particular project. So this was my first opening shot, and this is exactly kind of what I was thinking. Maybe the temple is a little much, but it's okay. The whole Kyoto wasn't all just temples, right? A lot of the touristy spots are temples and stuff like that. So here's some weird footage here. I do want to still use this, but I'm probably gonna have to find a way to cut this weird part out, right? This is where Gen AI still has trouble. I think Sora does better with this in general, but it's still a little off. So the problem with this prompt was ChatGPT said the player's hands occasionally adjust their shoulder bag as they pass wooden storefronts and cafes, which I understand why. It's like this nice little aesthetic of a person looking around and kind of not being sure, showing that kind of physical, that hand movement projects uncertainty. And I think that's why ChatGPT recognized that as it should be something in this scene. But it doesn't work with these Gen AI tools. So I actually asked it to recreate that same exact scene, but I changed the prompt to just remove that, the hands. So here's the updated version of that. Much better. It is a first-person game, so it works out here. Let's see here. And then here's another one. This one is tricky. Hailuo does use prompts that can show montages, but this one I wanted 3 shots here. Opening a creaky door to a Japanese forest cabin surrounded by mist. The player places a mug on a table in a rooftop garden, right? And then the player walks into a minimalist art gallery, the sound of footsteps echoing softly. The transitions are seamless, emphasizing variety and exploration. Well, something about that prompt made it like this, right? So you walk into the cabin, all of a sudden you're in the art place, and then it didn't work out. So what I ended up doing was, this cabin scene is fine, but I separated out the art scene into another prompt. Basically, I just copy and paste it into a different prompt, which is cool. I mean, this reminded me of the Kyoto station. Super cool. If you're ever there, I hope everyone gets a chance to visit that. And then the rooftop scene is this one. So, and as you can see, there's still an issue here with hands, but we'll work with that. Now, one thing I was really surprised about was this prompt here. It's not the best, but I was surprised of what it was able to do. So first person perspective of the player interacting with a digital interface on a tablet. They scroll through the ambiance options, rainy day, soft jazz, mountain breeze. And it's actually the text, some of it's jumbled up, but you can see rainy day, soft jazz, right? Like this actually is kind of an interface I might actually use for the game. And it is a little bit, at a high level, it's pretty close to what I actually have in my prototype. So I was really surprised, even though the text is all messed up there. So now we have our footage, and we're going to go ahead and stick that into our video editor. Now, in the spirit of keeping things free, right, DaVinci Resolve is free. And if you're going to make a trailer with this footage, the free version should be enough, honestly. You're not going to need the neural engine. No real masking with this stuff that we're doing. Text-based editing, no, you're not going to need that. You have some basic effects and so on. But, studio version, $295 lifetime. People swear by DaVinci Resolve. I'm just going to go ahead and use Adobe Premiere because that's what I'm used to. I've never used DaVinci Resolve, but I've heard it's not hard to pick up. If you're used to video editing, it should be pretty simple to use. So, of course, this channel is we're not focused on video editing, but I did want to just show you how quickly I could get this trailer up and going. Let's just call it quick project here. Hideout Reflections is the name of the game, or at least the prototype name. Trailer. Well, let's just go ahead and create. All right, so I'm going to make a new sequence. Let's do a regular 16 by 9. Let's make this 24 frames per second. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll just go with something simple. All right, so I'm gonna import my stuff. I'm gonna create a new bin here. Let's call this footage. And let's go ahead and import my footage that I downloaded. All right, I'm just gonna input my footage into this bin. There it is. And now also, I'm gonna grab this one song. I got it off of Epidemic Sound. I think it works. I think it'll work. So let's download. I'm just gonna do MP3 format. I don't need the stems. I just want the song. Downloading. Let's go ahead and import that as well. Okay, so the first thing I'm actually going to do is work with the song. So drop the song in. It's probably, how long is this? I don't even care how long. It's up 2 minutes long. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is, let's see if it has it, remix. Let's go ahead and enable remix. That's nice, they moved it over here. Okay. So it's analyzing the clip. All right, so target duration. Derek Liu calls out usual trailer shouldn't be more than like 90 seconds. So let's be on the safe side, 80 seconds. Let's see. Oh, not 9 seconds. Let's see. 80 seconds is 1 minute and 20 seconds, right? Okay. So it's got us to minute 17. Let's listen to it. Okay, not bad. Not bad. All right. Let's just go to tighter bass might work well. Just for something like this, especially for a lo-fi thing. Is it peaking? I like that. Okay, that works. Let's go with that. There we go. I was missing it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just mark interesting spots in the music so that I can go ahead and find places of interest where I can put my footage. And I'm going to, this is an AI and automation channel, so I'm going to show you a really interesting way to automate placing the footage in. All right, here we go. Right here. Here's another one. Here we go again. Here's another one. Basically, it's every downbeat. That's where I'm ending up putting a marker. And I probably don't have that much footage in here, but we'll see. Well, it's a start. All right, let's go with that. So now we're gonna go to clip, automate to sequence. We're gonna do selection order. We're gonna select add unnumbered markers and overwrite edit. Hit OK. And it should be there. Each of our sequences are at the markers. Now I did run out of footage, as you can see here. So we're just gonna have to play it out and see what happens. All right. Yeah, I like that. So that's where it gets too short. So this scene is supposed to mark some of the escalation that Derek has called out. So I'm actually going to double check the script. So let's go back to the script. And so here's the shot list. So it's saying first 5 seconds, the hooky opening shot. And then it's calling out, oh, the title hideout reflections comes out here. Okay. All right. So now using what ChatGPT helped me prompt out, I'm going to go ahead and add a few things here to the video and then go ahead and start building out my trailer. Now that I have everything out in a timeline, I'm just going to insert some additional effects and titles, and hopefully it'll fill out everything to the end here. All right, I'm back. I think I spent an hour, maybe 2 editing. I was just having so much fun, so I lost track of time. Yeah, so here's the final cut of the trailer. I just fixed a few things, the timing of things, and let's just give it a shot. I did have to stretch out a lot of the footage and slow it down, and then add the titles that these titles were what ChatGPT actually referred to me. And, you know, I added a few things from my own prototype there. I know it's not perfect, but, you know, it gets the point across. Oh, wait, I didn't just notice that guy's fingers. And that finger too. Well, it's okay. Some of like the achievements I want to show, the things that you can do. That's the money shot for me. That's what these 2 shots are what what I want this game to be about. All right. And a little tease about maybe there's a little meeting NPCs and doing a little romance system. That would be kind of nice. But yeah, that's it. I know that's not like the best trailer, but it's so cool to see my vision that I've had for months kind of tangibly come to life for free. And I know I'm not going to like publish this like publicly, right? I mean, I might put it on my YouTube channel to see what kind of attention it gets. But really, the whole point of this thing is to show it to other people, to join my team, or to show a publisher, to convince them to, fund the game or something, right? And like, it definitely just gets the vibe across. Now, definitely, if I spend more time on it, I would probably go back and I just noticed the hand here is like, that one's okay. If you remember, this was the one with the guy with the arms behind his back. So I adjusted the footage. So he's a little bit peeking there, but he's not showing his hands. Of course, as I was rewatching it, a lot of these little bubbles are a little too abrupt. So I would get like a professional to help me out, like my professional video editor. Shout out to him. Maybe I would have done a little bit more to hide a few more of these things. Here, I definitely try to hide that weird finger thing from the original footage. So let me actually hide this real quick. So see, this is where I use like text and the game to hide that stuff. But yeah, like overall, it gets the point across. And it's just really neat to see this actually come to life. I know I'm just like gushing about the technology, but this is really cool that someone like me who doesn't have the resources to go out and get all this footage or even make all of this, right? This could totally be like an Unreal Engine game. But I'm not an environment artist. I'm not a 3D modeler. I'm a producer. I'm not like, I have this vision that I can try to bring to life, but I need to surround myself with really smart, talented people. And being able to put all this together in a video like this, so I can now go up to someone and say, hey, here's my vision. Can you work with me to, bring it to life? I think that's super cool. And that's what truly these AI tools are really capable of doing right now. They're not meant to replace anyone, really, right? It's to make us, they're really helpful to help enable us to do more, right? Otherwise, I'd be flailing my arms and you've watched enough footage of me trying to mangle words together, right? Like now I have a video to show. So anyway, that's the trailer. Yeah, all of this is free. I know I used Adobe Premiere, but you can use DaVinci Resolve. You could probably use like iMovie with what I did. All I did was transition, just cuts and scaling. That's all I did. So I might put this up on YouTube, put a link to the video in the description, just so people can see as an example of what this can do. So let's quickly recap what we did here. So basically, we took our idea of a video game prototype, right? We took Hailuo's documentation right here. We fed that into ChatGPT to help us with prompting. Then we took expert advice from a very experienced and talented video editor with this great process on how to make a great video game trailer. Put that into ChatGPT as well, had ChatGPT come up with the prompts for Hailuo, and then actually have Hailuo generate these clips for us, find some cool music, and even in the video editing process, we allowed Adobe Premiere to, I guess maybe that's the only kind of fancy thing that you might not have access to for free. But Adobe Premiere does have this really cool AI remixing tool to take the 2-minute long song to make it exactly the length we need. And then a little quick automation in Adobe, where we put markers in the song and then just tacked on the footage for us sequentially. So pretty cool. AI automation all in one video. More heavy on the AI stuff this time around. I hope you found this video useful. I had so much fun. I'm just ecstatic actually right now because I never put before I recorded, I didn't make the video. And now I have this really cool trailer. I'm gonna show this to my friend. Like, yeah, it's just so cool. I don't know. Maybe no one else thinks so, but for me as a creator who can never really tangibly create as much as I would like, this is really cool. Anyway, if you like this kind of content, like it, let me know. I'll check the analytics and I'll make more content like this. And if you're interested in adding AI or automation like this to your company, let me know. And there's a direct link to my calendar in the description below. See ya.